Hi, welcome to Best One China. Yeah. First of all, I'd like to thank the Chinese community here for organizing this event. They worked hard on it, and I think you will enjoy it very much. For example, this video, they didn't just get it online. Yeah. Second of all, I'd like to thank ISSS for their support to this event and many other events for international community guys. And we have a special guest here tonight, Professor Xiong Shu Pin from Industrial and System Engineering Department. Please welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm very happy to be here today. My name is Su Pin Xiong, and I was a faculty member in Department of Industrial System Engineering at KAIST. So first of all, on behalf of the Chinese Student and Scholar Association, I warmly welcome all of you to be here today and join us to celebrate KAIST One Chinese Festival. KAIST One Chinese Festival is a very important event for us to promote Chinese culture and heritage among our international community so that we can better know each other, understand each other, as well as build friendly relationship with each other so that we can cross in the border of the different races. To take this opportunity, I also would like to give my special thanks to KAIST ISSS for strong support on this event. Especially I also want to thank our organization committee as well as many volunteers here to make this event happen. Finally, I was happy that there's many wonderful performances as well as interesting activities and delicious food are waiting for you. So I believe all of you are going to have a fantastic night today, and I wish KAIST One Chinese Festival great success. Thank you.
Okay, there's something I would like to promote. It's second Daejeon International Student Sports Day. Has a long name. It's this Saturday, I think. And if you'd like to know more about it, please go to the international community in the portal notices. Last but not least, I would like to hand in the gifts for the Facebook attendees, the people who clicked going on the Facebook event, as usual. And, okay. Oljas Kadir Kuno. Belen Cueva. Amir Malik. Gino Park. I hope they're just late. Alright. So it's only Oljas. There's your gift, sir. Congratulations. Okay, with this, let's start.
Hello everyone, just welcome to KAIST One China again. And then before I start, I would like to show you another video, not this one.
This is an ancient and youthful country. It is growing fast, yet with development disparities. It's full of opportunities along with untold challenges. But its 1.3 billion people all have their own dreams.
我想呢，明年有个好走 想养老金能不能再多一点？
我想娶个漂亮媳妇儿。
我想天更蓝，水更清。
are working for everyone's dream. For every dreamer to have a stage. And for every dream seeker on the stage to have an opportunity for success. To have the joy of a dream come true. Every splendor on the stage contributes to the Chinese strength of 1.3 billion. That makes one miracle after another. And embraces one challenge after another.
So that's it on the video. And then so like the first presentation, I'll just give you some brief information of what you should know about China. To prove that I've really prepared so much for it, I'll just show you like how I actually did it. But I try to look up for like China on Google because I want to know what the foreigners would get if they Google it online. And the result is pretty, I don't know, disappointing because it's like everything that's kind of like the basic informations. And if I do those things in my presentation, I think it's going to turn out to be really boring. So like I decided to not do this anymore, but I will tell something you do know about China. Because I've lived in Korea for like 3 years, and I often got some weird questions from my friends, and I really think that doesn't make sense for me as a Chinese. So I want to tell you some about this, so maybe you know more. Like, maybe you can show off to your like Chinese friend, like I know this, not only just the thing that everybody else also knows. So the first question I've often got is it hot in China? Like sometimes we discuss about the weather. The weather is good today in Korea, so how is it in China? Well, that's a really like a common question, but I really can't answer that. Because like, for example, these two cities are the hottest and the coldest cities in China. The top one is called Turpan, and the average temperature of a year can go as high as 43 degrees, and the ground temperature is as high as 75. Well, what would that mean? If you crack open an egg and drop it on the ground, you could eat it in a minute or two, like a breakfast. But the lower part of the slide, it's the coldest city in China, which is called Tulihe. The average temperature here goes as low as minus 31.3. I think that's comparable to that of, let's say, Russia or Mongolia. It's pretty cold. So not even the hottest and the coldest extremes. If we just check out the weather forecast of one day, at the northern part, it can go as low as minus 3 to 13. That's of the April 23rd. But in the southern part, it can go as high as 23 to 27. So if you ask me how is the weather in China, I really can't tell you, right? As long as you, otherwise you just have to provide me the specific information. Is it hot in Beijing? Is it hot in Shanghai? Then maybe I can look it up for you and tell you. And this is something I really want to tell you, is the highest and the lowest in China. I think all of you knows Mountain Everest, of course, right? And well, this Mountain Everest is located on the borderline of Nepal and China. And it is, of course, the highest point on Earth. And I think most of you have learned it in class. It is 8,848 meters above sea level. It's really tall. On top of the mountain, it's always covered with snow. But I think maybe none of you, or just some of you, knows about the Turpan Depression. It is located in the northwestern part of China, and it is the third lowest point on Earth. And it's around 155 meters below the sea level. The number doesn't seem to be like pretty low, but actually the lowest point on Earth is around minus 400 meters in the Marina Branch, I think. Maybe some of you know it. So it's pretty low, and that's, if you remember, this is also the one that appeared in the previous slide. That is the hottest city in China. Partially because it's pretty low here, actually. And I think maybe none of you know this. Like China, it's have a really big area, but it crosses 5 time zones, but only has 1 time zone, which is the Beijing time, UTC plus 8. Because if you look up, like our neighbor, which is Russia, it has like 5 or 6 time zones, but we have only 1 time zone. I think one of the main reason is that it's convenient. When you talk with your friends, when you're trying to call somebody, you don't have to worry that if you're gonna disturb his sleep. So I think it's really convenient that everybody has one like time in mind. And we're also the least religious country in the world, with 61% of the population being convinced atheist, and 32 of them being not religious. Now, what's the difference between these 2 categories? Convinced atheist means that they believe there's no God in the world, while the not religious, it only means that they believe in supernatural things, but they don't believe in any religions that existed so far. Only 10% of them are religious. I believe this number has increased a little bit, but that's really tiny compared to the whole population, so let's leave it there. Because I know some countries in the world, for example, like, let's say Indonesia, everybody has a religion, right? So like, maybe they think of the same thing about China, but actually we're pretty much not a religious country. And not only that we're big in size and big in population, and we're also diverse. The Chinese population is composed of 56 ethnic groups, Han people being the biggest, and there's 55 minorities. On the left is a picture of people from different minorities and with their traditional costumes. This is something I'm really proud of. We have the fastest train in the world, partially because we really need it. We have like really massive transportation in our year, and this train can go 380 kilometers per hour, and in theoretical speed can go as high as 486.1 kilometers per hour. For those of you who doesn't know how fast it is, I did a little calculation for you guys. If you take this train from Busan to Seoul, it takes 62 minutes. From Daejeon to Seoul, it only takes 23 minutes. I think if you take a taxi from here to, let's say, Daejeon Station, that takes more than that, right? And the Double 11 Global Shopping Festival. So this is an online shopping festival. Basically, on that day, everything online is insanely on sale. So I usually save up money just to buy things on that day. It's a lot cheaper. Last year, like the online shopping festival reaches $17.5 billion within 24 hours. I think that's a really insane number as well. Okay, this is something I think more than 50% of Chinese watches during Spring Festival. It's called the Spring Festival Gala. Basically, that's what government have done for us. They create a giant show that everybody watches. And this show is also the most watched television program in the world. Last year it has 800 million viewers to the broadcast, which means half of the population, more than half of the population. I think it's really like a tradition that you enjoy this show with your families. It's not about how good a show is, it's just like the atmosphere of being together in a certain day. And that's pretty much the end of the first part of the presentation. And next we'll have some refreshment from, the speaking part. So we'll have the dance performance. Welcome the dancers. Please just wait for a minute.
的犹豫不决，都徘徊等你，等你，等你的一切。撒一滴来过阳光穿过心田，新时空流转思念渐渐倾斜，草上莺飞未及孤单的残雪，放开手让寒冷淡却。一道神光敷衍留下丝丝温暖，别辜负眼前季节。花车出流，轻弹敢问情何以堪？浮上悲青春夜，是谁在歌咏春天？
睡什么睡起来嗨，睡什么睡起来嗨，睡什么睡起来嗨。你是我的小呀小苹果，怎么爱你都不嫌多，红红的小脸温暖我的心窝，点亮我生命的火，火火火火火。你是我的小呀小苹果，就像天边最美的云朵，春天又来到了吗？开满山坡，种下希望就会收获。你是我的小呀小苹果，怎么爱你都不嫌多，红红的小脸温暖我的心窝，点亮我生命的火，火火火火火。你是我的小呀小苹果，就像天边最美的云朵，春天又来到了吗？开满山坡，种下希望就会收获。
What a wonderful dancing it is, right? Yeah! Let's thank for the beautiful ladies and the handsome gentlemen again. Ladies and gentlemen, have you heard about that Chinese people prefer the big things? Like the big house, big car, big festival, big smartphone. And we also some interesting happen. Okay. Are you hungry now?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, who is the most hungry man or lady? Oh. If you can answer my one question, I will give you a big gift. Read.
Can you repeat the question?
Question? Tonight is a very beautiful night, isn't it? Yes or no? Why? I think there's no why, right? Because all of you are here. That's the reason why tonight is beautiful. Because you answered my question, so here. Thank you. Is there anybody who has ever been to China? Raise your hand. Oh, so many people. Which city have you ever been? Beijing. Beijing? Can you tell me something about your feeling about Beijing trip? 1 minute is okay.
Basically, I was on a training course and I spent my 1 week there. And during that week, I thought it's a very beautiful city. very big buildings, too much population, and also we visit the Grand Wall. That's splendid, excellent.
So, do you want to go to China again? Why? Tell me.
Beauty and the people were very good and cooperative, and they were very friendly.
Okay, so good. If you next time go to China, please inform me. I will be your free guide, okay? Anybody who else want to tell me which city have you ever been to China?
I went to Shanghai, Beijing, Xi'an, and Wuzhen.
Oh, so many cities.
And Xi'an was my favorite because the terracotta warriors are amazing.
Oh. Thank you so very much. Do you think I'm an interesting man? Can you guess how old I am?
You're not my age. I know that.
Actually, Chinese people don't express their age in public, you know? Like some very official, very high, they are very blank and no white. So you cannot guess the actual age as they are. Is there anybody who knows how to write Chinese character?
I can write mountain.
What?
Mountain. Mountain.
How do you know to write in this way?
Because it's everywhere in Korea.
This is mountain? But what? I don't know. Oh, so sun? Oh. Oh. Let me say again. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever heard about that Chinese people like the big things, like the big building, big car, big handpost? And we Chinese people also like the big man, like this one, right? From the perspective of bigger, I'd like to say something, stories about big, that is the Chinese like big. Do you know how to write this Chinese character bigger? I mean, do you know how to use your body language to express the meaning of big? Can anybody ask me? Or answer me? You? You know?
When you stretch out over your arms and like legs, because like this.
Like this? Well done. Actually, when I say ask this question to people, they always stretch out their hands like this. No, this is not enough to be bigger. Or they stretch out their arms like this one. It's not enough to be big. You should do like this one. Wow. This is enough to be big. Like this guy. Actually, the size of the body language of big is just the size and the shape of the Chinese character bigger. In this way, we pronounce the bigger as da, China. Now again, I ask you that, how do you use your body language to express the meaning of very much bigger? Yes, you should lean back your body and shut up. So bigger! Right? Like this way. Actually, why I tell you about this example? Because I want you to know that Chinese character is not as difficult as you expected before to learn, and it is not as difficult as you have thought before. Actually, Chinese character is just something like that. You see what you get what you see. Maybe this is the first time you learn Chinese character in this kind of way. And maybe this is the first Chinese character you learn here. Right? Do you know how popular is the character big in Chinese society? I may ask you, give you one example. Do you know who now is the Chinese president? Who? Xi Jinping, right? I guess most of you know that Chinese president is Xi Jinping, but I guess many of you don't him has a nickname called Xi Dada. Xi Dada means Xi bigger. Right? Just because he has a belly as big as the really beyond like this one, so big. Or just he has a very big hand and how to play soccer ball like this. Right? Now, this is just a part of the reason we call him Xi Dada. The main reason is that he has a big heart and easygoing. Many of the Chinese people love him, so we call him Xi Dada. So, since the presidents of China love the character Da, how about the popular generation Chinese people? Sure, Chinese people also like the bigger culture, the culture of big Da. Many of the Chinese people like live together. So this one enables us to produce a lot of big lively city. As you can see from this map, there are a total about 15 cities of the population about over 10 million. I guess all of you already know that the Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, all of these kind of super cities. But now I don't choose any of them. I just choose one regular cities to show you how big it is. I show you the Nanjing, the eastern Chinese city here. I show you how big is popular in China. Pay attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Look, Chinese people like the big sky, big space, big building, big street, or big money, right? But they cannot find money here. Maybe they are so rich to build so much buildings. Since the general Chinese people love the big, how about the university students? Do we love the big in China? Yes, sure, why not? Our Chinese students, university students, when during the season of the graduation, we would like to take the school graduation photo with the big lineup and with big creation. Like this picture show, refer to the famous movie Dawn. We named our picture the God of God. Like this Captain America, the Winter Soldier, we named our picture Captain SD University, the senior stupid. Who is stupid? No, I'm genius. Okay. If now suppose you take a trip from the big city to another big city, you'd better to take a big trip. Suppose now you will go from Kunming to Beijing. Here you can see the whole route length is about 2,200 kilometers long. And if you take the airplane or the high-speed train, it will take you about 10 hours. But here I would just suggest you to take the regular train. It will take you about 33 hours. During these long hours, what can you do? Sure, you can take the regular sleeper train like this picture shows. There are three kinds of band, train band here. The up berth, middle berth, and the lower berth. You can play cards with your friends and watch movie with them, and even make a small party. Even at night, if you while you're sleeping on the bed, you can look at the stars. Right? You can look at the stars through this kind of window, right? To enjoy a romantic night with your girlfriend or boyfriend or just yourself. I still remember 2 years ago, one of my professors named Wu Jiehua from Taiwan taken his daughter, his daughter's classmate, his daughter's classmate's mother together to take the sleeper train, just in order to experience the feeling of sleeping on this kind of train. Okay, now, suppose now you get off the train, you become hungry and you wanna have something to eat. Let me tell you something about the Chinese people, like the big eating, we call the big banquet. The big banquet is like the picture shows that there are about 100 families get together and have dinner together to celebrate some festivals and activities. Sometimes the size of the banquet may even reach up to the 10,000 people here. And they will provide the delicious food, traditional food like this picture shows, and have the performance of the dance drama and the dragon dancing or lemon dancing. Here I tell you some secrets, don't tell other people, okay? You cannot get anything. I mean, if you want to take all of these kinds of delicious food, and especially you want to have it for free, you don't want to pay any money, what can you do? Let me tell you, you just ask for the permission to join in, and don't worry about anything. I'm sure you will be invited to join in with a very high probability. Why? Because in the Chinese culture, people like to eating together, and eating together can enable us to have a better appetite. Okay? I told you so much about the big stories now, and somebody may ask me how practical the big culture in China. Can you tell me the application of the big? Sure. Here I tell you. But first, let us warmly welcome one of my best friends to introduce you the application. Okay, let's applause. Where is my best friend? Here, Big Panda. Big Panda knows how to explain the application of big. Hello, I'm China Big Panda. China welcomes you. Let me tell you something that if you go to China, you speak to your Chinese friend or the local people, I hope you, in this big year, you will have a big fortune and make a big money, then build a big house with a big family. Then the Chinese local people will give you a very big smell like this. Then you will be treated with a big heart. Chinese people welcomes you. Big China waiting for you all the time. Now, as I said before, we took so many stories about big. Let's go to the next section, some exciting section, quiz. Let's welcome the gentleman, Gao Ming.
Hey guys, you understand the big culture of China? And thanks for the nice presentation Hai Qian has gave. So now we come to one of the most exciting sections of tonight, the quiz section. And before that, I know you guys just passed all the midterm examination. So I'm not sure if you have the same feeling like here. Like this is what the professor introduced in the lecture. It's like the raw rice. But when you see the problems in the midterm examination, you feel it's totally different. The huge gap between, right? And you know the feeling, right? But here I'm not going to be that tough. I'd like to use the opposite way to think about the problem in another way, the opposite direction. And let's make it difficult again. So you see, I'm not gonna be that tough, right? So the first question is about which section is the most attracting part among KAIST 1? So who's gonna answer it? Okay, you.
I should know, right? I organize.
Yeah, right. So what?
It's the food and eating section.
Wow. Is that it's a food and eating section?
No, I'm just joking.
I do appreciate you. He told the truth, because I think that's the idea of most of you guys, right? But I'm sorry, that's not the right answer here. But honest people should be awarded, right? Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. So I'll give another chance to one more person. Okay, you.
Quiz section, because the present is so great.
Oh, you are so smart, man. Smart man is also gonna be awarded. But I'm sorry, the answer is all of them. So let's come to the next one. But before you answer it, prepare your smartphone and try to Google the answer. I'll give you 30 seconds to do it, because it's a relatively serious problem. If you guys give a wrong answer, our security guard gonna do the same thing that United Airlines did in Chicago. Because you guys, most of here are Asian, right? So ready? So who's gonna answer it? Okay, Uma. B? Right. So before we come to the next question, I hope you guys check your KAIST 1 card again to see if the right Chinese national flag is on it. If not, come to exchange with us after the presentation. Thank you. So, next. Which of the following issues may Chinese people do during the Singles Day? So, who's gonna answer it? Okay, you. Yeah. How do you know it? I'm sorry, but Chinese do not allow to answer the question. So, but anyway, we'll give you a gift. I think most of you guys know that person here, right? Jack Ma, or Ma Yun in Chinese. One of the richest people in China. They founded Alibaba Group. I think he became rich because of us. We buy a lot of things through Taobao, through Alibaba, so he become rich and we become poor. So next. I hope you guys still remember. So which of the following Chinese characters has the meaning of big? Okay, you. Yeah, right. Okay, next. Here we have a mathematical problem. So note that based on the GMT time zone, the Kunming city is located in the GMT 7, and we all know Seoul is located in the GMT 9. So my question here is, what's the time difference between Seoul and Kunming? So who's gonna, okay, you. Yeah, you're right. Because although, I think you guys still remember, right? Although we have 5 different time zones in China, we use the single unified time. It's based on the Beijing time in GMT 8. So it's 1 hour. So next. So what's the approximate ratio of Chinese among the whole world in case of population? And here I show the data of the world total population is around 7.5 billion. So, okay, you. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, right. So do you know the approximate Chinese population now?
Around 1.35 billion.
Yeah, right. It's around 1.4 billion now. So the percentage is around 18%. So the answer is D, 20. This is the end of the quiz section, and I think most of you guys are a little bit hungry, right? But before that, we're gonna have the last presentation section, which is exactly about the Chinese food. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's join us to give a big hand to presenter Liang Yunping.
Thanks to Mr. Gao and his introduction. There's another presentation just before 18 parts, so be patient, okay? In 4 minutes, I will tell you something about eating in China. First, I want to talk about why I choose this topic. You know, in Chinese traditional culture, food is not only used to feed ourselves, right? It's only the most representative carrier of our culture. Such as in most traditional Chinese celebrations, specific festival food has a function of carrying people's longing for peace and happiness, just like the baozi in that picture, the previous picture, Changchun Wang Festival, yeah. Similarly, family members also express their love to each other with the help of food. Here's another example, that is jiaozi. Okay, I have my first question. Who can tell me what's the meaning of jiaozi in traditional Chinese culture? Who? Yeah, just tell me your answer. Maybe it's a little hard. I can give you some cues. Mostly we have jiaozi during the Spring Festival. And you know, Spring Festival is the time for gathering, it's for reunion. So jiaozi is the symbol of reunion in China. Delicate dishes offer us flavor treatment combined with individual enjoyment and aesthetic imagination. So in China, almost no decision cannot make around the dinner table. So if you want to talk something and make a decision, want to make a business plan, just invite your Chinese friend to have a dinner. Yeah, you can solve all the problems at the dinner table. Chinese restaurants always tend to leave foreigners a noisy impression. However, that's not the whole story. It's true that our Chinese like to laugh and talk a lot when meeting old friends, but when it comes to official business treatment, private and quiet places are more popular. Invited to have a meal at the Chinese people's home is really an honor, because that denotes the host treasures you a lot, and he hopes to develop a further relationship with you. Let me tell you a story. If a foreign guy is invited to have a meal at his Chinese girlfriend, I will say congratulations to you. Why? Because there's only one step you can marry her. Yeah, that's true. Mealtime varies a lot from country to country. In Kazakhstan, the workday's breakfast starts from 8 a.m. when almost every Chinese students have started their first morning class. In China, we always finish our lunch before 12:30 and dinner before 8 p.m. But it should be pushed back to 2 or 3 hours later. The reason has been introduced in previous slides. That's the time differences. Okay. Unlike other parts of China, Cantonese regard their brunch tea the most important meal in a day. It will last from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. And in Hong Kong, that can also be connected to the afternoon tea. Yeah. A lot of dim sum are served in this process, and customers are developed. This slide shows what we eat in China. Speaking of the flavor, I think light, strong, spicy, pungent, sweet, sour. There are countless types of flavor. What about food ingredients? Vegetables, fruit, wild plums, fermented foods, seafood, meat, and greens, or even snakes and rats. You know, rats, yeah, and cats. I think the only one word can be used to describe Chinese food ingredient is barriers. So even a local citizen like me can only accept part of that. For example, I don't eat snake or I don't eat rats, right? So before your meal in China, please inform your Chinese friend your diet restrictions. Okay, we are coming to the final part. In this part, I want to talk some table manners to you. Mostly, Chinese dishes are shared communally, although rectangular and square tables are used for small group of people. Round table are more popular because it's very easy to share the food, okay? And there's a secret of the seating orders for every formal dinner. The seat of honor, like this one, reserved for the most important person or the oldest person, is generally the one in the center facing east. You know, east means honor and respectable in China. So it's the one in the center facing east or the entrance. Others with higher status then sit in close proximity to the seat of honor, while others with lower status, they sit further away. The host usually takes the least prominent seat, generally the one nearest to the entrance. Okay, that's all for today's presentation. Okay, skip it. Okay, this is today's menu, and all the food are for halal, so you can enjoy it. Okay, bon appetit. See you.
Okay, this marks the end of the presentation. Please give a big round of applause for the Chinese students. Yes. Okay. Waiting for the food? Yes. Food has been waiting for you too. Please leave from this door.